Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University, we explore MTSU's neuromarketing program in the Jones College of Business and discuss how artificial intelligence now plays a vital role in these studies. We introduce you to the editor-in-chief and managing editor of Sidelines, the student media platform at MTSU that is celebrating a century of service to the campus. And we mark the 75th anniversary of Army ROTC at MTSU in a discussion with the Lieutenant Colonel who serves as our Professor of Military Science. I'm Andrew Oppmann, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Oppmann. The Jones College of Business at MTSU now features an undergraduate concentration in neuromarketing and AI. It combines cutting-edge AI software with neuroscience tools, including a full laboratory that lets students study and gauge responses to advertising, messaging, and much more. Here to tell us all about it is Gaia Roncandi, the Assistant Professor of Marketing and Neuromarketing. Gaia, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you here, particularly on the heels of your great and successful conference on AI and marketing. We'll talk about that in a bit, but let's really start at the beginning. For our viewers and listeners, describe what is neuromarketing.
Neuromarketing is a set of research tools. So in marketing, you can analyze everything, product, distribution channels, website, and so forth, using traditional tools like survey and questionnaires. But you can also use new tools that are working with the unconscious. So neuromarketing measures the unconscious responses to marketing stimuli. And when we talk about neuromarketing, we talk about neuromeasure like electroencephalogram or physiological measures like galvanic skin response, heart rate variability, reaction time test, and eye tracking, where the gaze goes.
Wow. And now, at MTSU, and we'll be talking about this a lot because of your laboratory and everything, you're really combining also some of the new technology of AI in your study of neuromarketing. Can you talk about that for a little bit?
Absolutely. So AI is at the core of the neuromarketing and AI lab. We study AI in retail with physical robots, in e-commerce with voice assistant, and also in virtual reality with avatar. And very recently, we are also studying AI-made advertising. And we measure the responses of the participant through neurotools. So this is what we do. So we combine literally neuromarketing, neurotools with the most recent advancement of AI.
Why has the Jones College, I think it's an obvious question and an obvious answer, but why is the Jones College investing in this study, and why is it so important that we do so?
We want to prepare students. And differently than other colleges that are working on the master level or PhD level, we want to prepare the student at the undergraduate level. We really believe that AI will become a commodity in the next year, and everybody will be able to use tools like ChatGPT or Perplexity and so forth. So we want to provide the student a competitive advantage. We want them to be able to combine neuromarketing and AI. In this way, we are able to provide them more chances to be successful in the market. So people in the Department of Marketing will be able to work in new jobs that will come out, like, for example, user experience designer that is able to combine AI and neurotool, product managers that are able to understand the new marketing research with AI, AI analyst, new consumer behavior specialist. So our goal is to be ahead. So in a red ocean where people are competing with each other, we want to build a blue ocean because we are true blue where we lead.
Oh, you know me so well. Thanks for saying that. I'd love for you to talk a little bit more in depth about the Neuromarketing Lab in the Jones College. Just describe it for our viewers and listeners. What does it look like? What are students actually doing there, and what are you doing there?
Because we are true blue and we want to open a blue ocean, the lab wants to be the leader of the lab in the south of the United States. So this is our vision. The lab is composed by 3 rooms, and in the first room, in the central room, we monitor what the participants are doing, and of 2 rooms. One room, the other room is all pure neuromarketing. So we have 3 stations. They are fully equipped. We have an EEG, electroencephalogram, and then we have the neurophysiological tools like galvanic skin response, heart rate, reaction time test, eye tracking, and so forth. 2 stations are for the research on e-commerce website, but the 3rd station is equipped for virtual reality because virtual reality, metaverse are becoming a big thing, and actually we have there 2 Oculus in order to work on that. The 3rd station, the 3rd room is for traditional research like a survey, questionnaire, and so forth. So we want to combine the traditional tools, again, survey and questionnaire, with the neuro tools. In this way, we have a complete and holistic view of the responses of the participant.
And as I understand, you've got the attention of Google that
Yes.
coming to
Yes.
your lab to see what you're doing, right?
Yes, we will have the product manager of Google Gemini that is coming in fall. And also we got the attention of the Galleria degli Uffizi in Florence because we built for them the entire museum in virtual reality.
Before you go, I want you to touch on the conference you had earlier in the year. A lot of international participants. I know we have people watching over the internet from around the world. Talk about how exciting it was to bring all of those renowned speakers to campus and study AI and neuromarketing.
It was great. So we invited 6 speakers. The first speaker was Paul Zak, that is a very important neuroeconomist around the world. And for me, it was kind of an emotional moment because also he's my mentor. And I learned how to use neuro tools in his lab. So moving ahead and showing what we were able to do at MTSU was a big thing. And the event was a big moment to solidify the relationship that we have with our partners. So for us, it was a moment to meet friends and collaboration, to invite them, to welcome them to our college and to build up new collaboration. And it's true, new collaboration are coming because of this. The students were particularly excited. I was very surprised to see that prospect student decided to come to MTSU because they saw the event.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That was great.
All right, so where can people go on the web to find out more?
They can go to jones.mtsu.edu and they will find all the information about the lab. There is a space that is dedicated about what we are doing and how to contact us.
Professor, this is so exciting. Your enthusiasm is contagious. It's so neat. Congratulations on the launch of this lab, and thanks for all that you do for the university.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. And we'll be right back.
We do it all. We do it all.
Hundreds of majors, an amazing campus, faculty mentors. You can find what you're looking for at Middle Tennessee State, the University of Opportunities. We do it all.
And that's how electricity flows.
Hey, Mom! Don't break it, don't break it. It's just one thing. Thank you.
Wow, this looks amazing.
This is the electric robot I made all by myself.
help people.
I create music.
I shape the future.
I am an entrepreneur.
I inspire people with more than words.
I ride forward.
The sky is not my limit.
Find your blue at MTSU.
The Jennings A. Jones College of Business at Middle Tennessee State University is the #1 producer of business talent in the greater Nashville area. Our nationally ranked programs and state-of-the-art facilities offer a world-class education at an affordable price. The exclusive partnership of Jones College with Dale Carnegie Training Worldwide equips our graduates with the soft skills they need to succeed. Jones College of Business. It delivers an education for the real world.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. Sidelines, the student media platform at MTSU, is celebrating a century of service to the campus. It started as our newspaper, then evolved into a website and an email newsletter. But it still remains true to its mission as a student-run news organization. Here to tell us more about the future of Sidelines is Editor-in-Chief Noah McLean and Managing Editor Janine Grover. Welcome to the show. I'm just so glad to have both of you here to talk about Sidelines, so welcome to you both.
Thank you.
First of all, we got a little breaking news. We have a new Editor-in-Chief, Noah, congratulations, and a new Managing Editor, Janine, congratulations to you. I know you must be excited, assuming these leadership roles coming into the coming school year, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's going to be neat. So for our viewers and listeners that may not be familiar with Sidelines, Noah, give me the elevator pitch for Sidelines. What is it? What do you do?
Yeah, so Sidelines is our student-run newspaper. We're editorially independent. We have about 40 staffers right now, which is really good size. This semester alone, we've run over 250 stories. We love to follow things such as, we do sports, we do features, we do breaking news. It's a lot of fun.
And you're doing a great job covering the campus, really telling the stories of this campus. Janine, it's a little bit of a misnomer to call you a paper anymore, right? Because you're doing so much, you're on different platforms, right?
Yeah, we had a magazine come out this semester, but we're pretty much only online. We focus on a lot of socials content, but our website is where all of our content is.
It's a brand new website. You're updating it constantly. There's a lot of energy that's going on into the report, and I know that's a goal of both of you, right? Noah, that's something you're really striving to reach, right?
Yeah, we're trying to get at least one story up a day, one story from each section up a day even, and we've done a great job. I'm really proud of the team this semester.
Yeah, and it's what's wonderful about it. I teach journalism. I think I've seen you around in some of my class. What I try to tell my students is the way to become a better journalist is to work for student media, because that'll put you through your paces. It's great to do the classwork. Don't get me wrong. I'm not cutting the classwork, but the opportunity to practice in front of an audience in doing this with real storytelling that's getting noticed, right? You've had some stories that have gotten some attention beyond the campus, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back in November, we did a story on the Rutherford County school board removing books from their libraries, and the ACLU actually cited our article in their lawsuit.
And you've got 100 years of tradition you're upholding here, right? Isn't it cool that you guys get to be the centennial leadership of Sidelines? You've got to be proud of that, right?
Yeah, a little scared, but proud.
So what does it mean to you to be the managing editor of a 100-year-old news organization?
Getting to do the really cool work and meet a lot of alumni, I think, this semester, and look back at all of our archives and just see what kind of stories Sidelines has always covered or how it's evolved over the years is going to be really cool.
Both of you, I know, are big proponents, and this is your chance to make a plug for the weekly, the newsletter of Sidelines, because it is really, it's that weekly digital edition that comes into my email and really sums up the things I need to read, right?
Yeah, so if you sign up, you get an email once a week every Wednesday. Every Wednesday we send it. It has one news story, one feature story, one sports story. Sometimes we'll throw a gallery in there as well, but it's just a little bite-sized piece of our newspaper put in your inbox every week.
It's a good reminder that and also to remind you that news is updated constantly, not
Yes.
just on that Wednesday. So it's a good plug to that. You both won some awards, right? Talk about that. What'd you win?
Yeah, so we went to New York City for the College Media Association conference, and we won a few Apple Awards about socials for election night, feature photography for Bonnaroo. We also went to the Southeastern Journalism Conference in Mississippi this semester, and we won a few awards there, including Best Reporter or Best Journalist of the Year.
That's fantastic. And that regional competition I know is Kentucky, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Belmont, all a dozen schools. So we're really measuring ourselves against some of our peers and doing pretty well, right?
Got second place.
Yeah, that is
overall,
and that's awesome. That's awesome. It's a great feather in the cap for the College of Media and Entertainment and the School of Journalism and Strategic Media. You mentioned Bonnaroo,
Yes.
near and dear to my heart, and you guys will be there too. What do you do at Bonnaroo? What do you do?
So we have a lot of fun, but we have about 8 to 10 students that are going to come. They prepare for about 2 weeks before Bonnaroo. They look at storylines that they want to tell. Certain bands that maybe they want to tell stories about. We have photographers, so we're prepping them to go.
Mm-hmm. And it's for our viewers that may not be familiar, Bonnaroo is a 4-day music and art festival in Manchester, Tennessee. It's really world renowned because it becomes the hottest place in music. And what I love, Janine, about what your team does is that you're covering every day of that, and sometimes that's every day and every night and every morning, right? So you're there all the time, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of breaking news at Bonnaroo, especially when it rains, because it always seems to rain. And then there's always the fun concerts, and it lasts all night. People stay there overnight, so there's always something to cover.
I want you guys to give me, like if I'm a prospective student, an elevator pitch. Janine, why should I join Sidelines? I'm a student, I got so many things going on. Why do I make time to be a part of Sidelines?
Sidelines is a really good time commitment. You don't have to give all of your time to Sidelines. You can do stuff here and there, but it's really good to get the experience and clips that you need when you're applying to jobs in the real world, because it is a little glimpse of the real world when you're writing real stories for real people. With real people in them. And you're also informing your campus and everything. So people you go to class with may have read your stories, and that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Why, Noah, is it important to get that experience and prepping you for your job and your future?
Yeah, so you get so many skills working with Sidelines. I mean, it's not just journalism majors who come in. Interviewing skills, researching skills, just talking to people in general, something great that you can learn from Sidelines.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, you're online, but we haven't told people where online. What's your URL?
You can find us at mtsusidelines.com.
Well, that's pretty easy. We can find you there. And it's a great website, updated all the time. Janine, Noah, congratulations to you both. I'm really proud of you, proud of your students in the College of Media and Entertainment, and congratulations on taking Sidelines into its next century.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
See that? Go slow.
I see it.
Hello.
Hello.
You are looking good today.
Well, thank you.
I think it's time we take this off, don't you think?
Absolutely.
I help people.
I create music.
I shape the future.
I am an entrepreneur.
I inspire people with more than words.
I ride forward.
The sky is not my limit.
Find your blue at MTSU.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. We recently marked the 75th anniversary of Army ROTC at MTSU with a campus ceremony that featured several of the 17 alumni who rose to the rank of general, as well as others who became officers through the Blue Raider Battalion. Lieutenant Colonel Arlen Wilshire, our professor of military science, joins us to talk about the remarkable tradition at MTSU of preparing our cadets to become Army leaders. Colonel, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we've got a lot to talk about. First of all, we recently celebrated the 75th anniversary of Army ROTC on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. It's got to be a proud moment for you.
Absolutely. It was a great event, and fortuitous that it was actually, the planning for it started 20 years ago.
Wow.
Because the class of 2005 decided after they had joined, as we had cadets who had recently started serving in the War on Terror, they decided to bury a time capsule. And the burying of that time capsule, the intent was to dig it up in 20 years. And as we got closer to that, working with our alumni, they decided that, hey, you know, that is right at the 75-year anniversary. And so we lined it up to be down to the exact month of last month in April was 75 years of ROTC at MTSU. And we have been lucky enough to produce over 1,600 officers that we've commissioned into all services of the Army, the active duty, the National Guard, and the reserves. We also have produced general officers. We now have 17 general officers that have served that were formerly cadets at MTSU. So we're very proud of the statistics that we have produced as an ROTC program, and just the great tradition that we've had and that we continue to do. As you know, we are now entering May. We have a commissioning coming up next week where we'll be taking our next batch of cadets and turning them into second lieutenants in the United States Army.
Well, they did a great job, and it was a great event, and it was so wonderful to see so many of our alums in the program coming back, classmates reuniting, literally sharing war stories about their service to our nation through the that started with ROTC. For our viewers and listeners, just give a kind of brief elevator pitch of Army ROTC, why it exists, and what role it plays in helping produce officers for our Army.
So when they created ROTC, it was a pipeline to get officers other than through the commissioning sources of the Academy. But when they did that, started expanding, we realized that it was a great source. We've had ROTC officers lead at all levels. And it continues today. While it's changed over time, there were years, especially at MTSU, where it was a compulsory requirement for young men for the first couple of years. Those were very large corps of cadets. Today, on the other hand, being an all-voluntary Army, ROTC is a voluntary event as well, and we currently have just over 60 cadets in our corps right now. Of those, about a third of them are on scholarships that are helping them pay through school. But every year, especially since COVID, every year our enrollment has continued to increase. So we continue to grow. Each year our freshman enrollment has increased about 100% last 3 years, year over year. So as we get more students that are coming to visit MTSU, more engagement with local high schools and the junior ROTCs, we're finding a lot more young students coming to college that want to serve their country and have decided to come and join Army ROTC, or at least learn about it. Because our first 2 years they can join as just a class and don't have to have compulsory service afterwards. So,
you guys are such wonderful representatives of the university, and I want to compliment your leadership in making that happen. Talk about some of the many events that you've had your color guard at and the athletics events that you're supporting as well.
We have lots of opportunities for cadets to participate in extracurricular. So the first one is our Ranger Challenge team. Our Ranger Challenge team is a group of college level athletes in Army ROTC. They get together on a team and they learn Army skills. So they practice one rope bridge. They're practicing a lot of PT and ruck marching. But they go to a competition at Fort Knox where they compete against all the other universities in our brigade, 7th Brigade, which covers the states of Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana, Southern Michigan, and Kentucky. When they go to that competition, they don't know what they're going to compete in. So they have to show up ready to go through 3 days of trials and tribulations trying to accomplish small missions that are physically and mentally challenging, and they're competing against all the other schools. And it builds great camaraderie amongst those teams and also getting to meet all the other cadets from other universities. One of the other great opportunities is for our color guard, because our color guard gets to go and represent the United States Army, but also Army ROTC and MTSU in particular at many events around Middle Tennessee area. And being located so close to Nashville and many great events that happen, they've been able to present the colors at the NASCAR race that comes around in the summer, the IndyCar event that happens late summer. They get a chance each year to present the colors at a Predators hockey event. We have also worked with many other local organizations because there are local Middle Tennessee events that just want some extra honor to the nation, so they always reach out and we get opportunities to go to other events where there's visiting dignitaries or senior ranking generals who visited, where we'll go to those individual events and present colors.
Why Army ROTC? Why is this a good choice for me or my son or daughter?
Army ROTC is a great opportunity for young students who want to get a college degree, but also want to serve their nation. We want your son or daughter to join our program to earn their college degree, but while doing so, study leadership. Study how to become a leader in the United States Army, but also it's how to be a leader in life. The other nice part of that as well is if we have students who aren't sure that they definitely want to serve in the United States Army, our freshman and sophomore year classes have no commitment. Those students who come in who are just interested in learning about the Army, they can take those classes and they don't have to do the Ranger Challenge competition. They don't have to do those other events. Just come to class, learn leadership, learn those skills that will benefit you in life outside of things that you would necessarily need for the Army itself.
You're ending watch here pretty soon as our professor of military science, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'll be retiring later this year. My successor will be coming in this summer, so he'll start the next school year as the new professor of military science. I've been blessed to serve 26 years in the United States Army. It has been very good to me. I went to college on Army ROTC scholarship, and the Army has given me many opportunities between flying helicopters, which was my primary job as an aviation officer. I've been lucky enough to serve at all levels of leadership through battalion command. And what a great way to end a career to train the next generation of leaders. And so when given this opportunity, I couldn't pass it up.
Well, Colonel, thanks for your service to our nation. Thank you for your service to Middle Tennessee State University, but also for the cadets you've helped teach leadership and get them pointed into the careers, their service in the United States Army. We appreciate everything you've done.
Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure.
And this does wrap up this edition of Out of the Blue. A reminder, you can find news about the campus 24 hours a day by going to our website, mtsunews.com. You can also find additional special content on social media, X, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. True Blue TV is available on most streaming services and our app. Broadcasting from the Center for Educational Media, I'm Andrew Ottman. Stay safe, stay on course, and remain True Blue.